Between 5 p.m. yesterday and 5 p.m. this evening, we've had in all 388 cases of COVID-19 which have been positive in the state of Gujarat. We've had in the same 24 hours as many as 12 people who have unfortunately died with COVID as the primary cause of death. There have been 17 others who had other serious or severe underlying health conditions, also known as comorbid conditions, and they also contracted infection of COVID and they unfortunately passed away. We've had 209 people who were tested positive for COVID, who underwent their treatment and have got discharged and gone back home after successfully completing their treatment today. If you look at all the cases of COVID that have sort of taken treatment so far, we find that almost 95% of these patients, they get well, they get discharged and go back home. If you look at the total number of people that have got discharged so far in Gujarat, the number is 1709. So as many as 1709 people have got discharged and gone back after successful treatment of COVID. If we now look at the recovery rate, 15 days back this was about 7.43%. Today this number has risen 326% and increased much more to be about 24.36%. So there has been a 326% increase in the recovery rate over the last 15 days, and as we proceed this number would be even larger. So this is again something to cheer us all up, and 1709 people have gone back home absolutely fine after successfully being discharged. Today Gujarat has also crossed the 1 lakh mark of completed tests. We have tested as many as 1,553 patients, and the number of tests carried out in the last 24 hours were 5,362. And we have another very bright, very heartwarming story to end today's bulletin. Between 11th of April 2020 and 6th of May 2020, in our quarantine centers, institutional quarantine centers as well as our home quarantine centers, we had a full number of about 14,678 people who were quarantined either at home or in an institutional quarantine facility, and these 14,678 people gave their consent to take either a homeopathic or an Ayurvedic line of treatment which is known as prophylaxis, basically to improve and boost their immunity so that they don't contract COVID-19. Now all of these people were those that had come in contact with a COVID positive patient, and that is why they were kept in quarantine. It's very happy for us to note and share with you that after the mandated 14 days period, out of these 14,678, only 40 people tested positive for COVID, which means that over 99.7% of the people were actually, they were saved from testing positive, and a major contributor for this could be, we have reason to believe that it could perhaps be due to the Ayurvedic or the homeopathic prophylactic medicine that they had consented to take and they actually took during their quarantine period. So on this note, we'd like to again appeal to all of you to have absolutely no fear of any kind. The government is doing all that it can, and it is in your hands to completely abide by the social distancing norms. Whenever you go out, several times a day we request you to wash your hand, and wash your hand very carefully. There's a acronym which has been labeled for this. It is called Suman K. That means you wash your hand Seedha, this is the front part, S, Ulta, which is U, and then Muthi, which is M, then the thumb, Angutha, which is A, both the thumbs. Then we have the nails with soap, Nakhun, N, and then we have the Kalai, K. So this is Suman K is an acronym, and we'd like all of you to religiously follow this simple method of hand washing every time you step back into the house, and even if you're out at any place, every 1 hour, if you've gone out on official work, if you're a functionary involved in surveillance work, police work also, please remember Suman K and keep washing your hands every hour, 7 to 8 times a day during the time that you're awake, to ensure that you don't get infected with COVID-19. And please remember to download the Arogya Setu app, which will give you a nice protection, a ring of protection against COVID-2019. Thank you.